So after that relationship with Millie, it was about a year and a half before we met our next girlfriend. And again, we're going to call her
Coco.
And Coco, that was a special connection, but I also want to let you guys know that a lot of things shifted after that first relationship with Millie. A lot of the mindset and the intentions with going into dating changed. I feel like that's why it took a year and a half. We no longer wanted to have meaningless hookups and, just date for no reason. We really wanted to date to see if we could potentially meet somebody.
And build a triad.
And build a real connection and a real relationship.
So connecting with Coco, she was someone who lived in a different state. So it started off as a long distance, obviously. And right from the jump, even just through text, it was like fireworks, like crazy chemistry. We also had more terminology and understanding of how to build a triad and dating separately and couples veto and couples privilege and trying to balance the inequity, behind Sammy and I being an existing couple. So there was like a lot more wisdom that we had going into that relationship, and I think that came out because we automatically were starting to have our own separate relationships right from the jump. And so by the time that we, a few weeks into it, decided to go meet her in person, we were already feeling really strong feelings for Coco. So seeing her for the first time, I know, we met her at like a modeling show she was doing that was halfway between where she lived and where we lived. I will never forget the first moment I saw her. Like my jaw was on the floor. She was absolutely stunning. Like exactly our type, my type and your type. Obviously we're different, but same.
And it was, for me, that big change and evolution came with like being able to build those individual connections. I don't feel like I was able to build an individual connection with Millie. So building one with Coco and us both being so immediately drawn to her energy and being so not only just sexually attracted to her, but just emotionally attracted to her because of how she carried herself. That was
huge green flag.
That was a huge green flag. Another couple of green flags that she had was that, we wanted to make the girls that we go on dates with feel special. But we noticed a pattern after that we tended on taking care of, mostly every meal and date we would end up paying for, which was okay. We don't mind that. So I also want to let them know. But Coco was the first person to ever buy us a drink. She was the first person to ever make the first
move on us.
The first move on us. Mel, we were all at a bar and Mel wanted to go to an ATM and she walked away for a second and Coco was like, "Where's Mel?" And I was like, "I think she went to an ATM." And she was like, "Oh, I'm scared, kiss me." And just stuff like that, just her confidence and how she wasn't afraid to say what she wanted and she wasn't afraid to, express that in ways that were physical too. Yeah,
she was somebody that was not afraid to hold space within this new relationship that we were building, and that was her superpower, I think, for sure. So moving forward, after all the green flags, we started seeing each other more often, flying back and forth to where we lived. We have to mention Coco had 4 kids, which made things a little bit more challenging and complicated, but, we didn't mind. And ultimately, when Coco came to visit us the very last time, a lot of things started coming up when it came to the fact that we did not have the same views around a lot of important issues that came down to like religion, politics, trans rights, the LGBTQ community, also racism. As these like deeper and deeper conversations,
which is like in hindsight, like how the fuck do you miss racism? How do you miss
that red flag?
Transphobia and all that stuff. I don't know.
We definitely were falling in love with Coco, and I think based on the long distance, it took us a little longer to find out about some of these like real core issues that were there when it came to opposing views we had, and the fact that was going to be a factor if we all wanted to raise kids together.
Yeah. That's
really what it came down to, So unfortunately, both individually, Sammy and I decided to end our individual relationships with Coco, and subsequently, our triad also came to a close. So the beautiful things about the Coco relationship is that was really our first time falling in love as a triad.
That was the first time for me that I ever felt compersion.
When it came to compersion, I felt compersion like right off the jump. I think even before I had a word for it, I was feeling compersion. Now with Coco, what was really unique is that I had never before had an opportunity to fall in love with a woman, but then also be able to fall in love with my husband again through her eyes as she was falling in love with him. And watching you fall in love with her was such an amazing opportunity, because then I was falling in love with her again through your perspective. So
Right.
there was so much beauty from that relationship, although there was a lot of toxicity underlying it. But I'm super grateful for the time that we got to spend with Coco.
Definitely.
And you know, it wasn't the best fit for all of us individually, but I think that it was definitely a soul connection, and one that we were meant to have.
Definitely.
So that kind of like really got us going, that this triad thing was going to happen, and it kind of also gave us more motivation to keep pushing and keep trying to find, you know, something that would feel really right for us.
Yeah. Thank you, Coco.
Thank you, Coco.
So if you have any other questions or you're curious about any of the more of those juicy details of those past relationships, please drop it in the comments, and you know, hopefully we'll get to that. And if you did enjoy this video, please like and subscribe. We truly do appreciate you. And if you have any more suggestions for future videos, please also drop that in the comments.
Yes, if you haven't already, follow us on Instagram, follow us on TikTok. We also have our Patreon, we have our podcast, and we have more great polyamorous content coming your way. Shout out to all the pop stars out there. We love you guys, and
Peace
we'll
and
see
love.
you next time on Pursuit of Poly TV.